Hi, I'm Kalila Allen Harris, a medical student and Miss Black USA. Like the kids in this video, I have type 1 diabetes. Since my diagnosis at age 14, diabetes has been a part of my life. I want you to know that you are not alone. I want you to have big dreams and go out there and make them come true. If I can do it, you can do it too.
Great shot for JDRF, guys, all right? We're gonna use this for all sorts of things, and you're gonna be the face of JDRF. Here we go. Nice and close. Let's see you smile. That's it. Hands down a little lower, Jackson. Good. Here we go.
I was 11 years old when I got diabetes.
I was 6 years old when I got diabetes.
It might have been 3 when I got diabetes, or 2, not 4. I think it was 3.
I was diagnosed so young, I don't remember life without diabetes.
My friends, they were very concerned, and they came to the hospital to visit me.
I was 22 months when I got diagnosed with juvenile diabetes.
Matthew was diagnosed 8 years ago. Well, in the beginning, it was quite devastating, and it was difficult getting used to the shots. But, you know, our medical team helped quite a bit. The nurse educators, the nutritionist, and they gave us great literature. And, you know, then we had it under control.
Diabetes is a disease that when your pancreas stops working, it stops sending insulin throughout your body, so it regulates the sugar in your blood.
Diabetes is when your pancreas stops making insulin.
Your pancreas, located near your stomach, it, like other people, have no problem with it, and mine doesn't shoot out insulin.
I knew nothing about diabetes.
The learning curve is pretty intense. You go into coping mechanism. There's so much to learn, and there's so much to come to terms with. You sort of float above it all, and until you can get the routine down, you try not to let yourself get too emotional.
When I first got diabetes, I was really shocked, mainly because no one in my family has had diabetes before, and I knew nothing about it, so I didn't know how serious it was or how manageable it was.
I sometimes test at a game when I'm not at bat and I'm in the dugout. There's a callus right there. That's because I've done it so many times on my finger, it doesn't even hurt. I used to take shots. They didn't hurt one bit, but now I'm taking the pump.
I take insulin through a pump.
I don't have a pump to give me insulin. Well, I just didn't get one, so I give myself shots.
One of my biggest worries when I first got diabetes, which I just found out from my mom, was that I said, I don't want diabetes because the girls aren't gonna like me.
My friends are cool about it. Actually, I have one friend who last year, she always wanted to come and do all my testing and stuff with me. And they're always asking me, you know, is it okay for you to eat this or that?
Friendships are very important for kids with diabetes. It becomes their immediate support system, and they tend to also rely on them to help them when they're, you know, not feeling good.
My friends are looking out for me. It makes me feel very good.
It's important that all my friends know that I have diabetes, and I make sure that they all know that I have diabetes, just in case something were to happen. They all need to know what to do and how to take care of me.
You cannot catch diabetes from a friend, so you shouldn't really be scared to, you know, touch someone with diabetes. If I sneeze on you, you will not catch diabetes.
Diabetes isn't really a thing that you can spread, like with your germs.
You can't catch diabetes from a friend.
The hardest part of diabetes is probably trying to just be like everybody else. You know, being a teenager, trying to do things like other teenagers do, and having to deal with diabetes, you know. You try to be as normal as possible, and you still have to take care of yourself and do these kind of testing blood, giving yourself shots, that kind of thing. But, you know, it's one of those things that you just kind of have to deal with.
I want to be a doctor when I grow up.
I want to make amusement parks.
When I get out of college, I'm going to be, hopefully, a doctor.
Diabetes doesn't stop me from doing anything. I could be a president or whatever I want to be.
Matthew does great. He's a positive kid. You know, he's always thinking the best of himself, and you know, he focuses on other things, and diabetes becomes this little in his life, which is what we want.
There's nothing I can't do because of diabetes, like play baseball or play hockey.
No, there are no sports I can't do because I have diabetes.
Diabetes doesn't stop me from doing my Irish step dancing.
Diabetes is just something you learn to deal with and doesn't really bother you anymore after a while. It's kind of part of your life.
The way I live a good life with diabetes is when I check my sugar normally, and I eat healthy, and I exercise.
There are certain things that you have to always be thinking about, testing your blood, taking shots, that kind of stuff. But, you know, as for playing sports and kind of everyday life, as much as you have to think about that other stuff, it doesn't really interfere with your regular life as long as you take care of yourself.
If I have diabetes, I can still play sports.
Basically, you just have to take control of it and not let it take control of you.
Diabetes will not and cannot affect what I want to do, because in the end, what I want to do is what I want to do, and having to test my blood and give myself insulin is just keeping me healthy.
Kids who are just diagnosed with it, it's not gonna be a problem for a long time because you just get used to it. It's gonna be okay, and you'll just learn about everything, and it's gonna be like second nature.
You just have to take care of yourself, that's it.
Having diabetes has made me and my family tighter because they now look out for me more, and I respect them more for that. And you know, it really shows how much they care about me when it comes down to it. And when I really need them, they're always there for me.
Eli being diagnosed with diabetes, I would say, has changed my life in every way. It's shown me how deep my love for him is, and how strong my concern is for his future. And I feel a tremendous sense of responsibility to help him not only cope with this disease, but to be a part of the solution. And I think that's also been very cathartic for me to become involved in the effort of JDRF to find a cure.
When I find out that the cure for diabetes is here, I'm gonna scream as loud as I can. When the cure comes, I want to eat the biggest chocolate bar I find.
When I hear the cures come, I am going to run outside my house and jump to the farthest distance and scream.
On the day when the cure comes, I think I'm gonna scream a lot and hug my parents.
I think a cure is coming. I think we're getting closer and closer every day. On the day that diabetes is cured, I'm gonna have a big party.
I'm in this fight to find a cure until we do find it, because Eli doesn't get a day off from diabetes. I'm not gonna take a day off until we find a cure. Every child I have met who has this disease is the most wonderful, strong, resilient human being. They take on this mantle and they wear it with such grace. They inspire me every day.